Hello everyone. So I thought I'd make a video about listening to your inner being and your intuition. Because a lot of times our inner being, our intuition is speaking to us in a way that isn't very logical, and it may even be scary, but we deny it, we push it aside because it doesn't go along with our plan. But the thing is, our intuition, our inner being, whatever you want to call it, when we get that guidance, it's to help us. It's to help us heal. It's to help us grow. It's to help us learn. It's to help us expand. It's to help us get out of our head and trying to plan everything in a linear fashion and follow what our energy is guiding us to do. Sometimes our intuition will say, hey, go to the market. And you're like, I don't need anything from the market, but you go to the market, you find $20 on the floor, you meet somebody that, if you're in the game for a relationship, you meet them, or a friend, or someone who could be a potential client. You just never know. The thing is, when we're so busy planning, we're so busy in our heads, we can miss out on what our higher self is speaking, our intuition, our inner being, whatever you want to call it. There's a guidance system that's always speaking to us. The question is, are we listening? It speaks to us through videos like these. It speaks to us through, we turn on the TV. It speaks to us, we get in the car and the radio goes on. It speaks to us through somebody's post on Facebook, especially when we're triggered. It gives us an opportunity to heal that stuff we've been carrying, because our subconscious is always looking for ways to heal anything that we're carrying, because we're not supposed to carry our past with us. We're supposed to be free right here in the moment and experiencing this time, this space right here with all our energy here. For most of us, our energy is in the past. Even though we think we're consciously thinking, our energy body is still in the past. So what we want to do is we want to help that energy body clear so we could be more present today, so we can enjoy what's in front of us, so we could listen to our intuition and our guidance, and we could really create from our soul instead of creating in a way that we have protective mechanisms because we don't want to bring up any pain again, or we stay away from that person because that person triggers us or whatever, and that's fine. You have a choice who you want to hang out with. The thing is, we live in a world of a billion people. We're going to get triggered, especially if we're carrying past hurts and wounds. And it's not a bad thing. Please don't beat yourself up if this stuff comes up. It's such a beautiful opportunity. I always get excited, as challenging as it may be, because I know I'm about to shift into a new perception. I know I'm about to cleanse some of that energy that I've been carrying that I didn't know that I was carrying, but somebody said boo to me, and it was like, little Debra starts crying because, as a little child, boo was like boo-hoo or whatever, it triggered whatever. So that happens to us, and this is an ongoing journey. It does get easier as we really pay attention to our energy and when it's speaking to us, and our intuition and when it's guiding us, and it's not just about healing. The thing is, it's like, what parts of our life can we focus on that's really amazing? What parts of us can we focus on that's truly amazing? There's so much about us. There's so many different parts running around inside, and there's so many different personalities that we don't know that we have, and then they come out in different situations, and it's so beautiful because that's all part of us. There's one thing that as a child and even growing up, I was always told that I was very sensitive. And to me, being sensitive is such a beautiful gift, but I took it as it was bad. I'm always hurt, I'm always sensitive, I just take everything personally, and da-da-da-da. And for me, being sensitive is such a beautiful gift. I've learned to embrace that part of me, to love that part of me, and that part of me revealed its gifts to me. And being sensitive, I could actually sense into people's energy, so it makes me a good healer. Being sensitive, I can sense into my own energy, so I know when it gets off a little bit, I could stop and be with that part of me and breathe into that part, breathe love into that part. When I'm sensitive, I could sense in tune with higher source, and it's such a beautiful quality. So if there's anything about you that you've pushed aside because people have told you it was wrong about you, I invite you to see the gifted, and I invite you to see the positive qualities in that thing that you pushed aside, because every idea from a human perspective is just a human perspective. You know, if we go into that energy and stop labeling it and allow ourselves to feel where that energy lives in our body and let that energy speak, it will reveal its gift to us. You know, a lot of times we talk about healing as going into the hurt parts, but there's a lot of parts of us that we denied along the way that are very positive, that are very, you know, they're not hurt. They're actually our gifts. They're actually parts of us that are amazing, that are beautiful, that are talented, that are creative, and those are what we call disowned parts too. So, you know, shadow working isn't just about, you know, or healing or whatever you want to call it, isn't just about healing those hurts and wounds. It's about healing by bringing those things up that we denied about ourselves. You know, for me, even making a video, like I would never be doing this. I would never have written books. I would never have, you know, danced in videos or wrote and sang songs or any of that, because all those parts of me, you know, I was criticized as a kid. I was always told I was wrong, bad, stupid, blah, blah, blah. Those tapes were always playing. And you know, it's a gradual process of keep on loving that part of me and opening up, because a lot of times, you know, we're covered with all these layers of conditioning. We're covered with all these hurts and wounds. We're covered with all that. And underneath that, in that is our gifts, our talents, abilities. In that is the preciousness of you and me, the beauty of you and me, the value, the worthiness, the lovable ability, all that stuff that we say affirmations for in our head. But when we get to our core, we really get to feel it. We get to feel how lovable we are. We get to feel how loved we are. We get to feel the joy of our soul. We get to create from the light of our inner glow. And it's such a beautiful way to be as we move along this life journey. And I would love to support you in getting there if you're not there already. It is a process. So please be gentle with yourself. Please be easy with yourself. Please continue to do whatever is necessary for you, just to love every part of you, you know, and just to know that there's nothing wrong with you. There never was, and there never will be. You're a beautiful child of the love of the divinity, and we all are. You know, the thing is, we all have wounds and scars. We all have conditioning. We all have, you know, things that are programs that are running in our mind and telling us how we should be and all these things. So please have compassion for yourself and others when you see others acting out, when you're seeing others doing things or whatever. You know, put on your eyes of love. And I guarantee you'll be more happier too, because the energy, when we're judging others, we feel it. And that hurts us actually more than it hurts them. I mean, sending it to them isn't cool either, but it hurts us. So what we want to do is we want to be more aware of the thoughts that we think, the feelings that we have, what's being triggered in us, be aware of what we're being guided to do, and you know, take those steps even though we may be afraid or if it doesn't make sense to our rational mind, because you never know where you're being guided. You never know where you know, you're being guided to actually bring up parts of yourself that not only to be healed, but parts of yourself that need to be revealed, parts of yourself, your talents, your gifts, abilities. And that's what happens when we explore along the way. We see, hey, you know what, this resonates, this doesn't resonate. You know, I like this, I don't like this. And that's how we get to know more of our true selves. So I hope this video inspired you in 5, 10, 15 ways or another. I know you can do this if you choose. I believe in you and I love you.